So I want to show you guys today a awesome shop, but it's all online. And they used to be on eBay, but now they have decided to get their own website just to have everyone just to come here, which I love a lot better. I found out with doing the auction that I did this week, I'm not about auctions. The auction price bids went up way too high. I lost on everything. And I wasn't about to waste my money on items that I don't even need and all that stress of reselling. So I decided just to get away from auctions. And I really wanted to show you this site. First of all, isn't it adorable? And it's called MAGPIE Miniatures. And they basically get estate sales from other artists that either they have their artists here that just do things just for MAGPIE Miniatures, and then they also have estate art that was, I don't know how they get them, but there's several ways. But they're very picky about what they get. So I'm going to show you the categories here. Now there's dowels, and then you just go down into this area, and it's everything's so organized, it's unbelievable. And for instance, children dowels, gentlemen dowels, you know, I can just lady dowels, all dowels. So I'm just going to go into all dowels right now. And their prices are very high because this is Artisan, famous Artisan doll makers, and also artisans of making miniatures. And so for instance, this doll here, well, this one, let me just click onto this. So like for instance, this one's $1,250. Catherine Manier, she sounds French, but I don't have any of her dolls. These are even beyond my pay scale, most of them, but there are people that are buying them. So this one's $395, and then there's one here that's $895. So I mean, they go up a lot in price, and they're kind of pretty much all high end though. Like this one's $1,595, and I don't want to harp on the prices here, but I mostly want to show you how exquisite everything is, and they're just gorgeous, right? So you get what you pay for, in other words. And I'm going to go back to all dowels again, and I'm just going to scroll down a little here, but I will put in the descriptions the link to this, you know, obviously, that you can look on your own as well. So I'm not going to go into this too deep because you can, you know, see it for yourself. But there's quite a few collection of dolls here. And there is one doll I was considering, and I will show you that one. And this is a doll I was looking at. So it's not as much as some of them. It's actually a lot less. And I was thinking about getting this one for the 1940s clubhouse, because back in the 40s I did some research on this, and they had ballet dancers in the 40s, and they definitely were a thing that they would come to clubs and they would dance. So I thought this would be so sweet, dancing on the dance floor in the clubhouse. So we'll see how much baking I do in the future that I can earn myself one of these. And the doll maker is Cynthia Morano. I like her face, and I just think it's a really pretty doll. I love it, actually. Now this one I absolutely love, but she's way out of my price range, $1,250, but she looks very 1940s. And of course there's a lot of Victorian dolls and male dolls. Now this one is a Julie Campbell doll, and I do have a Julie Campbell doll that is my Mother Goose doll. So this one's $1,200. Very nice. And Julie Campbell, when she makes her dolls, she does put them on eBay. So somehow they got a Julie Campbell doll, probably from someone that not donated it. I'm sure they bought it from this person, but then they have to do a markup too from buying it from someone else. So I don't think Julie Campbell is one of their makers though on here. So their makers are like, this lady here is from Japan. And so she has a backstory and you can read all about her. And then it shows all her items. So the artisans here that do it just for this MAGPIE. And then there's so many categories. So there's pets and animals, there's food and entertaining, shop by collection, and that would be the people that are doing collections just for MAGPIE. And then home decor, garden and patio, about and more, shop by collection. So I'm going to go into more to explore, because yesterday I told you on my video that I want to get more into making or collecting things to do with the holidays. I just love these. So this says seasonal here, and it's just beautiful. It's decoupage of all these beautiful items. I love that stocking. So in here, it's just everything. So, you know, there's a Christmas tree. They do have a lot of Easter accessories. And then there are a lot, because I went through this already. Most of them, again, are out of my price range. Even like this is $535. That's out of my price range. People are buying these and putting them in their collections. Even though they're out of my price range, they might not be out of yours. So this item here is $40.50, and that's not too bad. There's a lot of things in it. There's a cookie tray with cookies, Noel cookies. Let's see what else. And this I'm really interested in. So this is $40.50. I love this gingerbread, and it's a kit. And I used to do this with my girls growing up. It reminds me of that. So as you know, with my miniatures, I like to get things that remind me of something from my own past. So this would be something I would like. And then there's another one here that's $43.20. So adorable. And this one's like half done, which is cute too. But we would get kits that look more like this from Joann Fabrics mostly. And you know, we didn't eat the gingerbread house. It was just for display. And this is a log that is Christmas Yule log that's hand sculpted with snowman. I mean, that's adorable, right? It's only $25. So that's not too bad. I mean, look at how cute that is. And they always have really sweet background photographs of these, that they have really nice festive background. It's just so cute in all different angles. So in this shop, they will really show you what's going on. Everything's very whimsical. I'm surprised this is only $25, because over here this is $50. So maybe it depends on the maker. But I would totally buy that for $25. So maybe I'll put a heart on that one, because you can have, you know, wish list. And this is adorable with the teapot. Now this is a little more, it's $58. Of course, you can get real up close to these too. Cream puffs with chocolate on top. So cute. And it's hard not to say cute when you see miniatures. I don't really like that word cute, because these are hand sculpted artisan pieces of artwork really, and cute just doesn't cut it sometimes. But it's like hard not to say cute when they're so little and sweet. Of course, they're hand signed. So this one's Kiva 2017. I don't buy for resale. I mean, when I die someday, my children can figure that out, but that's not what it's about for me. So everyone's different why they collect. This is so cute with the eggnog and the cookies. And then there's 2 cups here, and it has little Santa Claus in them. That is super adorable. See the little Santa Claus in the eggnog. And this is only $35, which I think is totally reasonable. It looks so good, like I want to drink out of that. It looks, I love eggnog. Lots of gingerbread houses in here. And then there's presents you can buy. There's so many things. There's a lot of Christmas items. So they even have Santa Claus. I thought this was sweet, and this is $37.50. I thought that could look cute in the Mother Goose's house, but I think I want a bigger tree for that house. And then, like, this is $3,950, but oh my gosh, it's so much detail, and it's from an artisan, and there's Santa. So Santa here's $328. He's really adorable. Oh my god. Look at him. He's adorable. Adorable face. Hand sculpted. All these are hand sculpted, of course. Let's see what else. There's a bunch of elves here. And I really love the stockings. So these stockings are only $27, but of course I want the ones that are more things in it. So, but I have to look into this. This is only $8 though, but maybe it's way too small. I'm not sure why it's so much less than the other ones. I have to look into that. But sometimes you have to be careful what you buy. You gotta make sure it's the right scale. Pretty sure everything in here is 1/12 scale. I don't think it's littler or bigger. It depends on the artist too who's selling it, so, and how much work they put into something. And then there's of course a whole Halloween section, but there's not as much Halloween items as there is. Christmas is the biggest collection they have so far. Maybe when it gets closer to the seasons, there'll be more stock in the other areas. See, I love this stocking. Like, when I look at that, I'm just like, ooh, I love that. But of course, it is $166 just for a stocking. But it's so cute. Or it's just so much detail. And I love the length of it and how it's longer and whimsical. So I'm just going to stop it there because you can look on the site yourself